Okay. Hey, everyone. So thank you so much for joining us for the sixth version of the Open Web Foundry. This program is essentially designed to help new founders in the Arweave ecosystem get all the information they need in order to thrive and build incredible products and gain traction. So last night I was thinking about, what was it that I would have wanted to hear when I was at the earliest stages of starting a project in the crypto space. And I think, in retrospect, the most important thing is that nobody acknowledged quite the gravity of the decision that you guys are essentially just making. Like the decision you've made to build your own project and become your own boss and to work on trying to make some of your ideas into a vivid and powerful reality, if you will, is really incredible. It has the chance to completely change your life. So I'll be the first to say congratulations on starting on this journey. It's super, super exciting. And we, frankly, on the Open Web Foundry team and the Arweave team, can't wait to help you and back you and see your journeys as they grow. So without further ado, I'll introduce you to Seb, who is the managing director for the Open Web Foundry program.
Thanks a lot, Sam. Hi, everyone. We're super excited to be here and to welcome you to the 6th edition. We're going to be going over a couple of things like what is happening in the Arweave ecosystem. So try to give you like a snapshot view if you're not already like super steeped into it. And then we're also going to go into sort of like a super high level overview of the Arweave stack before handing it over to our program manager, Jesse, who's going to be really talking a little bit more detail about what the Open Web Foundry is and how it will help you build a successful project that will hopefully make a lot of users very happy. So let me share my screen with you. Alrighty, just a tick. All right, there we go. Can you let me know if you can see this?
Looks good.
Yep. All righty. Let's get started then. All right. So first of all, welcome all to the PermaWeb. Right now, it's a really, really good time to be building on Arweave. And I'm going to go over a couple of reasons really, really quickly why. First of all, the ecosystem is growing super, super fast. Alone through the Open Web Foundry, 50 projects have presented at demo days, and many of them have gone on to raise really big rounds, including from really notable investors like Coinbase Ventures, Variant, Bain Capital, and many others also in the space. But I mean, that just gives you like a small indication of the attention that's coming into the ecosystem. But let's look at some stats here, just really, really quickly. So, in December alone, the Arweave network hit a new all-time high. So transactions alone in December surpassed 28 million. Then we have, for example, your applications built on Arweave are getting a lot of traction as well. Take, for example, bundlers, and just 4.5 months, 85 million transactions were routed through the bundler network. And so bundler right now accounts for the majority of data that's being added to the PermaWeb. And so they're using, like they're enabling major NFT platforms like Mintbase and Metaplex to store NFTs on Arweave, which is truly remarkable for such a young project. And also the tooling is super rapidly evolving. So let's just take, for example, SmartReef. So Tate here calculated that over 19,000 SmartReef contracts have been deployed in the last 19 days. And that it took probably a year to get to 15K before. So it's really rapidly accelerating. So, okay, this is really cool. So why is this happening? Then let's take a look at, high level look at the stack that has enabled this ecosystem to attract all this talent and attention and also the capital that's coming in. So the Arweave ecosystem, the Arweave stack has three main components. So it has the storage layer. Then it has native smart contracting that we call SmartReef. And then it also has tokenization of applications with profit sharing communities. So let's look at each of these components. So the storage layer is really the base for everything that we have at Arweave. So basically, like any compute chain can use it to store information, and the model behind it enables users to basically just like pay once and store forever any type of files, so like videos or music or NFT, but also applications. And really crucially is once you store something on Arweave, you can be certain that it's not going to be lost and it won't be requiring any sort of maintenance for your site once it is already stored. Crucially as well, you also only pay to write into Arweave and not necessarily to read from it, meaning that you as a developer, you will not have increasing bills once your application starts becoming really popular, which obviously like a really neat and unique feature. Okay, well, on top of that, we also have the Smart Weave. And so the Smart Weave is native smart contracting on Arweave. And some of the key characteristics here are, that the design is super simple and it's modular, and it also allows you to basically write in common languages like JavaScript. And now, once you have that, you can also tokenize your application. This is sort of like the cherry on top of the stack. And these are like profit-sharing communities, which, the abbreviation is PSCs. And you can create, basically, like you can tokenize your application using PSCs. This allows you to create governance models based on tokens that you can then mint and distribute amongst your founding team, your early users, and your community. And so, some cool features of PSCs are that they accrue value through the usage of the application. And, in doing so, it also allows for users to have ownership of applications that they love and that they love to use, and also enjoy the rewards of the usage they bring to the application. So it is with this stack that projects that are joining the Open Web Foundry are going to be able to work and just create something pretty unique. So now let's really turn to Jesse, who is going to guide us a little bit through the Open Web Foundry, what it is and how the whole project, how the whole process works. So, hey, Jesse, how's it going?
Hey, Seb, thank you for that.
I'm going to
get my screen.
You can pick it up from the next one.
Perfect. Can you see my screen all right?
Let me see. Not yet. Sam, can you see the screen? Can folks? Not yet.
Okay, interesting. It just says error connecting. I think it's just going to take 1 second, but it's shared.
If you want, I can also just go with it, and you can just tell me next slide. But oh no.
Oh yeah, that we could do that. Yeah, if you prefer.
Okay,
it's not shared properly.
Sorry, folks. Presentations always happens. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, looks perfect. Thank you, Seb.
Okay, cool. Of course.
Okay, so at this point, you guys are probably wondering, where does the Open Web Foundry come in with all of this? And more importantly, how does it work? So the main purpose of the Open Web Foundry is to support projects that are building within the Arweave ecosystem. So that's founders and developers just like yourselves. The Foundry program started in Q3 of 2020, and it's since incubated over 50 projects and has helped facilitate millions of dollars worth of capital being injected into these projects. It's something that has been working very well to grow the Arweave ecosystem, and we're constantly funneling more and more resources into each iteration that we're doing with this. And then the next slide.
Yep.
Perfect. So the main goal for the Foundry is to take your idea to MVP or your MVP to market, depending on what stage of development you're in. So even if you guys are still in the ideation phase, don't worry, you're in the right place. We've seen time and time again, founders come in with just an idea, and throughout the course of the Foundry, it's evolved into a fully investable project by the end of the program. And the goal is for all this to be done in just 6 weeks. The Foundry will last 6 weeks from kickoff call to demo day, so not a lot of time. So I'll go over the kind of support that's offered within those 6 weeks to get your project to the next stage. So for one, we have regular events throughout the program. These include deep dives from Arweave founders, community members, and Arweave core team members. And they also range in topics from infrastructure tooling, building a community, and crafting the perfect pitch deck. And these deep dives will occur every Wednesday from now on until the end of the program at this time. And we'll also be hosting workshops that will be scattered throughout the program. And these will be more technical in nature in order to help you with integrating different Arweave tooling and to give you more hands-on support in building. And then lastly, for our other event type, we have community spotlight events every Friday from now until the end of the program. And these sessions will give founders the opportunity to present what they're working on to the broader community in a show and tell like format. And that way you can receive immediate feedback from the Arweave community and also potential collaboration from other developers. On a separate note, we're actually going to be having our first community spotlight this Friday, and it's going to include Open Web Foundry alumni and also important ecosystem builders. So be sure to attend that if you're looking to see what other important projects in the ecosystem are doing and how you could be able to leverage that for your own project. And in addition to the regular programming, we're also going to be hosting ad hoc sessions. So we're very happy to hop on any sort of ad hoc one-on-one call. And these could be used to answer any questions you have about the program, for us to get updates on your project, and also to provide any feedback or support on something that you're stuck on.
Right, and Jesse, this is also something that we've already started doing, right? So typically it all starts out with sort of like a deep dive into your project, and you've spoken to a bunch of people that are joining the program, so have I. And we're going to do this in a structured way in the beginning of the program, really trying to understand like where it is that you really want to go, and how we can best help you. So based on that, we're going to have these ad hoc components to help you out. So this could be anything from like workshops or any other like one-on-one support. But yeah, so just wanted to add that there.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks, Sebastian. And then other than these, the regular programming, and then also these ad hoc sessions, one of the best sources of support is going to come from the Arweave community. So in the Open Web Foundry program, you're going to be surrounded by other community members, just like you are now, and you're going to have the ability to interact with them directly. So I highly recommend leveraging the Arweave community as much as possible, and reach out to the different founders, different developers, and advisors, and see what you can learn from the people who have already been here and gone through the same thing as you.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's also part of the reason that we have every Friday the community spotlight events, right? So you can learn from alumni directly. You can also get feedback from peers, and also just like from anyone that's really interested in participating in the Arweave community. So that's part of I think that we're super fortunate to have like such a open and engaged and super helpful community, and so this is also part of the USPs of this program.
Exactly, and one of the most important aspects of the community is the Arweave developer Discord. So if you guys aren't already in the Discord, we can provide a link to this in the Gather Town chat after the presentation, just in case anyone's missing it. But this is really where the majority of the Arweave community lives. And now that we've gone over a little bit of what the next 6 weeks will look like, we can talk about the grand finale of the program, which is Demo Day. And Demo Day is when we select 10 to 12 projects from the program to pitch what they've been building. You'll be pitching in front of Arweave's network of external investors, Arweave's core team members, and then also the broader community. If you've never been a part of an Arweave Demo Day before, I would highly suggest looking up some of the videos that we have on the Arweave YouTube channel, so you can get an idea of what that would look like and what some of those projects look like as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And the process to the road to Demo Day, I guess, for the preparation or in preparation for the Demo Day, we also support you with, pitch practices and also specific design resources. So you bring dedicated designers, graphic designers to help you with your presentations. And we just also help you craft your pitch so that it's like super impactful. And we also help you, select the people that you want to have invited so that you can also, jump if there's something that you want to do, if fundraising is one of your objectives, that we can also maximize the sort of like the effect that Demo Day has for your round.
Yeah, and to piggyback on that, leading up to the Investor Demo Day, we're going to be working around the clock to ensure we can provide constant pitch practices. We're going to have professional designers also working on your pitch deck, and then we'll support you with anything else necessary that comes up, just to help prepare for the big day.
Yeah, and as Jesse mentioned before, like I think that one of the best things that you can do it for Demo Day is just check them out on YouTube. We have 5 of those, so you should really check them out.
And then after Demo Day concludes, what happens? So at this point, we're going to be working with you to ensure your project will be successful even after Demo Day, and we're also going to have $100,000 of an investment pool that we're going to be allocating to some of the projects within the program. However, the Arweave investment isn't the only thing to be on the lookout for. As mentioned previously, there's also going to be external investors at Demo Day. So we invite our entire network of investors to join, and all of them are very eager to support the newest projects that are building on Arweave and see what's going on in the community. We're very happy to provide support on how to navigate fundraising post-Foundry, as I'm sure many of you guys might be unfamiliar with a lot of the fundraising processes, what that entails, and the best practices for that.
Yeah, 100%. I think that the key takeaways is it's not like Demo Day happens on March 17th and then it's just like basically like a cliff and we just, bid you adieu and just wish you luck. We keep helping you out throughout the entire fundraising process and also afterwards. Like it really is important for us that you consider us like your sort of like friendly investor that will be there to help you progress from stage to stage.
So what can you do now? Right now, one of the first things you can do is register your project on Gitcoin. This is really important. So registration is just open today, and this allows us to see who's serious about starting a project on Arweave and who needs support. And then once you register your project, we can hop on a call with a team member, and this is where the tailored support specific to your project really begins. And just in case you guys are wondering, to register, you have to go to this page under prizes on the Gitcoin landing page, and then click the bounty that's labeled Arweave Open Web Foundry. And then once you've done that and you're inside the bounty, just click the Start Work button and fill in the details of your project and connect your GitHub. And then we'll see you in the dashboard and we'll be able to know what you're working on and what kind of support you'll need. And for info on other things that are Foundry specific, you can also follow the @OpenWebFoundry on Twitter. We're posting about all the live events and recorded videos from the program here. Same goes for the Discord, so you can keep up to date with that as well. And lastly, if you have any other questions, you can also just reach out to Sebastian or myself directly, and we'd be more than happy to set something up.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna have a couple of events coming up still this week. We have super interesting events, and that's a community spotlight #1 on Friday. And there you're going to be seeing a lot of the tooling that you're going to be able to use in order to build your application. And just follow us on Twitter in order to find out who the other participants for the upcoming events will be. But yeah, now I guess it's also time to mingle. Don't tune out. Like one of the key features of one of the reasons why we're really gathered town is that it enables for sort of like a cool experience to network a little bit after these events. So we're going to be having networking sessions after every single event. This also includes Demo Day. So just like stick around and yeah, let's chat. That's it for me. Jesse, what about you?
Yeah, perfect. Just what Seb said. We do these mingle sessions after every event. So if you guys have any direct questions or just want to talk to people in the community, sit tight and we're going to join you in the audience now. Thank you guys.
Cool. Awesome. Well, Sam, everyone else, thank you very, very much for joining, and let's meet at the mingle area. Have a good one. Take it easy.